Okay, hey guys, so here we go, starting with vectors. Okay, so from physics, vectors is something that has both direction and magnitude. Magnitude, we need to know how long it's going, or how far, and then direction is where is it going. Now magnitude, the notation is either a thick bar, a single bar, or a double bar. Okay, so they won't say sometimes magnitude, they'll just use this notation. Okay, I know this one does look like an absolute value sign. Direction here is going to be just the normal angle measured, and just an FYI, it's always tangent, and it's your y over x. Remember, sine over cosine. Okay, so we're still using the stuff from first semester. Okay, so given 2 points, create a component form and a magnitude form. Okay, so here they say, it's P1, P2, Q1, Q2. Okay, and here's where you always want to be aware. Component form is always second minus the first. Okay, now I tend to like x1, y1, x2, y2, because p's and q's are very similar and close. So I would just do it as x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. Oops. And vectors have those little pointy parentheses. Okay. So let's go up here and come up with the initial point. So my advice is always label, label, label. Okay. So I should not have my phone on. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So here we go. So my component form. So be 4 minus a negative 3 and a negative 3 minus a 5. So that becomes 7 and negative 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, so there is our component form. Now, how to do it in magnitude. Now, here's the formal thing for magnitude, and if I do it with my x1s and y1s, plus y2 minus y1 squared. Or we can do it this way, because magnitude. Because if you look, it's really just the component form where we square each term, add them, and square root it. So that's what we're going to do here. So it just be 7 squared plus a negative 8 squared. And please, 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 be careful, because it comes, when you square that one, you get a negative, and you don't want a negative. And so I get the square root of 113. Okay, 113 is prime, and we can't do anything with it. Okay, now direction. We already have our x and y values, so it's just going to be inverse tangent, because we're finding theta, of y over x. Okay, so make sure your calculator is in degrees. So second tangent of negative 8 divided by 7. And I get a negative 48.8. Now this is kind of weird. Would you agree? So let's go back and talk about something. So here we go. Remember our reference angles? Okay. 360. Okay, so positive 7 and negative 8 is right here. So what we're going to do is add 360. So plus 360. So plus 360. And my final answer is 311.2 degrees. I did a lot of scrunching in there. Okay. I hope that does make a lot of sense. Things we have seen before. Okay. Just things here. If a vector, the magnitude of vector is 1, that's a unit vector. Just like a unit circle, unit meaning 1. Okay. If a vector magnitude is 0, that's if and only if v is the 0 vector. Okay. So let's come down here. So they already gave us the component form. Okay. If you want, you can always draw your picture. And we get negative 4 and 7 if you would like to help. Do you have to draw a picture? And the answer is no. So the component form, so magnitude, I'm just going to shorthand it here, is square root of 7 squared plus negative 4 squared. Okay, so that gives me the square root of 65. 65 is just 5 and 13. Can't do anything there. And then our direction, I'm just going to put theta. Inverse tangent is y over x. Okay, so inverse tangent of 7 divided by negative 4. Okay, and we get negative 60.3. So let's graph this. So negative and a positive. So what we're going to have to do here is add 80 degrees. So what we're just going to do, let me just give you plus 80, and plus 360 and a keeper. Okay, so we're going to add 180. So plus 180, and that gives us 119.7. Okay. And the reason why we put little arrows over our vectors, so we know that it is a vector. Okay, so 5 squared plus 3 squared. Just be aware this is not a 3, 4, 5 triangle, because the 5 would go here, the 3 would go there. And 5 would have to be the hypotenuse. Okay, so we get the square root of 34. Let me just double check. Divided by 2 is 2 and 17. We can't do anything there. And then we're in quadrant 1, so we're going to keep. So inverse tangent of 3 over 5. So inverse tangent 3 divided by 5. And I got, we'll just go ahead and call it 31 degrees. Okay. I hope this helps. I will see you in the next one to talk about how to add and subtract vectors.